A federal appeals court will decide if a former Dallas firefighter gets his job back with back pay.
His name's Micah Phillips, and he was fired in January of 2012 after he filed to run for commissioner's court. He told Fox 4's Sean Rabb why he believes that violated his constitutional rights.
It's been very frustrating, Mr. Rabb, because I'm called to serve people.
Micah Phillips answered the call to serve as a Dallas firefighter after 12 years deciding to run for county commissioner in 2012. City rules say a municipal employee cannot run in a partisan election. Phillips was fired.
It's in both the city charter and the city code of ethics, but it's our position, and we think the Fifth Circuit will ultimately decide, that municipal employees don't check their constitutional rights at the firehouse door or at the city hall doors.
Micah and his attorneys filed a federal lawsuit alleging abridgment of rights guaranteed by way of the United States and the Texas constitutions. Judge Jorge Solis ruled the city charter and code of ethics provision at issue did not violate Phillips' rights under the First Amendment because the city had key governmental interests that outweighed Phillips' interest in his candidacy. State lawmakers have since made new law that lets municipal employees keep their jobs while seeking election.
I think the panel of the Fifth Circuit really understood that the policy has changed here in Texas.
The case heard this month before the U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans.
The city's interest in maintaining a nonpartisan workforce is significant.
Micah Phillips running in a partisan election, argued Assistant City Attorney Nicholas Palmer, could compromise the integrity and impartiality of uniformed services.
He was hoping that the very citizens that he is sworn to provide emergency medical and fire services to would elect him to office.
Phillips injured in a house explosion fighting a fire, hoping the Fifth Circuit sees it differently.
You expect that, the city will have some loyalty towards you, but then you get axed and you get cut out and they treat you like you're a stranger.
And Steve, since the state law passed allowing a city employee to run for office, one has done so in Dallas, running for the city council. But that's not a partisan run as a Democrat or Republican position. That's a sticking point for the city of Dallas. The city wouldn't talk to us about the pending case, but in an email told me that early on in the litigation, the city offered Mr. Phillips his job back without his back pay, which is now at 3 years. He refused the offer.
All right, Sean. It's interesting. A lot of people have some basic thoughts on fairness and how it ought to go. I'm curious to see how the courts rule. Thanks a lot.
All right.